Hey, oh shit! I kicked the mic.
Start over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
Hey everybody, it's Rockula, and welcome back to Rockula Retrospective. And this is the long-awaited mid-season break. Return from the mid-season break of The Walking Dead, episode 9. And what's it called?
Where we were and what happened, or
Yeah, something like that.
yeah.
What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Why am I watching this show?
Right, pretty much, man.
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly pissed off at this point, man.
Yeah, Meat Pie's pissed. I'm kind of So, yeah, once again, this is season 5, episode 9
Yeah.
of The Walking Dead. And
What happened and what's going on?
Okay. And we just watched what happened.
Yeah.
And now we know what's going on.
Well, we know a little bit about what's going on.
Yeah.
We know Tyrese is dead. Damn
Yeah.
it.
So here's the deal. I just don't know anything to say about this.
Yeah, I'm a little stunned myself.
I only took one note during this whole show, and it is the fact that it sure as hell didn't take him very long to get to Richmond. So other than that, I'm just gonna go take it away, Professor Meat Pie.
Not a real professor. Yeah, man. I had a few notes here that I kind of answered myself before the episode was over. Like, why were they showing the prison during the intro where they were showing the burial? And that's just because it was more flashbacks from Tyrese's mind. He was just, he was envisioning these things as he was dying.
So, wait a second. They were showing the prison before Tyrese got bit.
Right, but I think this whole episode was done kind of in flashback because the first scene is the shovel in the dirt. And we find out at the very end that's that's basically them burying Tyrese.
Basically, Tyrese is already dead before the episode starts.
Right.
And they're just telling us.
They're giving us hints, basically.
Previously on The Walking Dead,
people died in the
episode
prison.
5.5.
Yeah.
No, episode 8.5.
Yeah.
So,
So the couple of notes I had were, what happened to Noah's people. Obviously, it's got to have something to do with these wolves.
Yeah, what did it say on the...
Wolves not far.
Wolves not far.
Yeah, and obviously...
Wolves not know how to use proper sentence structure.
Proper grammar, yeah. All the zombies that fell out of the truck that was in the car accident, they all had W's carved in their heads. So
maybe they like George Bush.
Yeah, maybe. The other thing...
they are zombies.
Right. The other thing I want to know is what happened to the hospital people. I mean, Daryl killed Dawn, but what happened to everybody else?
They stayed there.
Okay, they did. We saw that at the end.
Well, you're just gonna have to assume
that they did. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they killed them all or
no, they didn't.
Okay.
Remember, because they're talking about, and here's one of the things that Glenn is starting to have a crisis, and he keeps talking about you killed that woman. So in other words, he would be talking about you killed all those people at the hospital.
That's
they
true.
Killed all the people,
Yeah.
But they didn't.
Yeah.
They just walked away.
Yeah. All of the ghost flashbacks and the time jumping and all of that made the episode really confusing. It was really hard to follow. I mean, they kind of tie it up at the end, and you realize at the end that you've been watching jumps to forward and backward of what happened to Noah's people. Obviously, there was a fire of some sort, and obviously they all got. Well, the houses were burned out.
Well, yeah, there wasn't I don't think that you could say there was a fire. I bet you could say they were invaded.
Sure.
The fires were all inconsequential. They were like secondary. I'm not like.
Oh yeah, no.
It's
the fires
not like
didn't kill the people.
A fire came in and destroyed the place. Like that's like saying there's trash everywhere and pieces of dead bodies. That's just the result. That's not the cause.
Yeah, I'm just wondering.
We're splitting hairs.
Yeah, like who set the fires? Who did
the
all
wolves.
this? Yeah, because I mean, obviously they didn't just come in and indiscriminately, they weren't trying to turn these people into zombies. They were trying to kill them because you see, in Noah's house, the one twin is laying in the bed very nicely. The mom is laid out on the floor, and she's obviously not zombified. She got shot. She obviously got head shot.
Okay.
Or head cracked. Whatever.
Well, here's what I thought.
Yeah.
Whoever was in the in the other room,
Mm-hmm.
that's the person that killed the family. I think it's like whoever, maybe his dad, something like that. Wait, didn't he come down with his dad? And his dad? Okay.
I still say his dad is the other dude, man, or his uncle. He keeps talking about his uncle.
No, his uncle is Morgan.
Morgan, yeah.
No, so what I'm talking about is the person behind that door.
Well, it was a zombie.
Is the person who shot the family.
Okay.
And then
got zombified.
Then got killed.
Okay.
So, in other words, no exit.
Yeah.
Might as well kill these innocent people so they don't turn into zombies.
Okay.
That's what my take is.
That makes sense to me. You know, I was really hoping to see, like you mentioned, I was really hoping to see Tyree's super killing machine.
Oh yeah, well we got to get to that.
Yeah.
Here. So let's explain what we're talking about here. Obviously, if you watch, by the way, spoilers. But I'll put that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously Tyrese got bit, and they chopped his arm off, and I, as soon as he got bit, I'm like, that's the end of Tyrese, and you kept going, no. He's gonna
cut off the arm, man. Cut off the arm. Cut off the arm.
Damn it, live.
Yeah.
And I just, to tell you the truth, I wasn't really that attached to Tyrese at the first.
Yeah.
You were really freaking upset.
Yeah, I was really pissed. I really liked Tyrese. He was one of the last characters that had a conscience and as much as I don't believe in him, had a soul.
Yeah.
But
well, he was a moral person.
Right, he was a moral person, exactly. And he would do what he needed. He would do what needed done, but he wasn't like gratuitously into killing and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I really hoped that he was going to become like the good guy version of Merle. Like almost the exact opposite of Merle.
Yeah.
Merle's this asshole white redneck who turns into a bad guy.
But missing an appendage.
Right, exactly.
Turning it into a weapon. Yeah.
Right, and I was really hoping that Tyrese was going to be like
mean machine.
the big black nice guy with the weapon arm. Yeah. And that just didn't happen. Well, flashbacks of Barrett from Final Fantasy VII with the gun arm. So that's for my nerds out there.
And I thought, after Tyrese, after they put him in the car, I looked at you and I'm like, okay, well, let's address this. Let's sidetrack a little bit.
Yeah.
First of all, let's talk about how quickly a lot of stuff got resolved in this. Once again, they are, it took all of 2 seconds to go 500 miles.
Right.
And I'm not complaining at all. I'm just saying, all bets are off now trying to predict how this show is going to behave.
Right, and trying to actually keep track of like a timeline at this point is impossible.
Yeah, because
I mean, if you figure they were going like 30 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, they were going pretty fucking slow.
Yeah, and it's 500 miles, so I mean that's they're having to stop. They're having to I mean,
where'd they get all that gas?
Right, exactly. So it's like how long did it take them to get there? We're never gonna know.
Yeah.
And it's just really hard to keep track of a timeline at this point. And obviously, they had to do... I mean, if you think about it this way, they kind of had to do a big time jump with no explanation for it because Carl and Judith have both continued to grow in age. The actual actors...
Well, so you're saying they're going to keep Carl out of the show for maybe an episode or two.
Yeah, so they can establish a little more time in between so that we can say, okay, now Carl is how old he looks.
Yeah.
And obviously Judith is now how old she looks. So...
So let's see. So I sidetracked over to that, and what I'm saying is we've got the whole thing of... I don't know what the hell Glenn's going through.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know if Beth dying did something to him.
Snapped him, yeah.
But then we've got Michonne who's like, I want to settle down. And, Rick saying, okay, I'm cool with that. And had Tyrese not gotten bit, they said, we're going to go to D.C.
Right.
And then come back from D.C. But obviously now we know that they went back to... wherever they're camped now. I don't even know where they're camped right now.
Well, I think the rest of them were just they were within walkie-talkie distance, so they couldn't have been more than
So you're saying they're in a vehicle as well.
Yeah, they're just in a chase vehicle, maybe a few miles behind, so that way they're still within walkie-talkie distance.
I see where you're going. I was like, Because I'm looking at you, I'm like, really? They're gonna go 500 miles back and save Tyrese?
Yeah.
But I didn't even notice that. But
Yeah,
you just clarified that.
Yeah,
for
because
me,
at the
so
beginning he was
you.
like talking to Carol. He was saying checking the range. So they were.
So I'm like, man,
yeah.
walkie-talkies that go 500 miles?
No.
Duh.
Yeah. So they're probably maybe 5-10 miles behind in a chase car.
I can dig it.
But the question is, are Maggie and Seamus and Maggie and Eugene and all them, are they with them? Have they reconnected yet? Because
I'm assuming they are.
We didn't see any of them at the funeral.
That's true.
We saw the priest. We saw Sasha. We saw.
You're right. I didn't notice that.
So I don't know if they've hooked up or if they're still on separate paths or
maybe they're in 3 cars.
They had to have hooked up because no. Okay. Yeah, they must be
You just brought that up and I'm like, wait a second. Where are they?
Yeah, we never saw them. We never heard them.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So that's the great mystery, and nothing in the previews for next week says anything about Seamus.
Yeah.
And well, no, they're all back together because they're all walking down the street. Okay. Yeah, they showed a shot of them all together.
Okay.
We'll find out at least.
Yeah.
So, anything else that you want to talk about on this episode?
I mean, if you want to speculate about the wolves a little bit, I mean, now the other thing is was the radio broadcast of the British guy talking about the wolves.
That's
is that
from his
real
childhood.
Or so that's his childhood. Okay, so that wasn't real. That was flashbacks
that's
again,
or hallucinations.
Hallucinations, yeah. But I mean, yeah, dude. The second that he was in the car and he said, "Nah, turn it off," you know that he gave up. You know that he gave up because that was like he was saying in the car to Noah when they were driving there. Listening to that, being aware of the world around you is paying the high cost of living, like his dad said.
And then Tyrese wakes up and everybody's there and it's back in black and white.
Yeah.
And they were all there. And you were there.
And you were there.
And Terminus douche, you were there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all a zombie tornado.
See, and I think Terminus douche represented his drive, his anger, to his fight to want to keep living. So same with the governor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's like, wow, the governor got a little extra work there for that episode.
Yeah. Now notice we did not see Karen in the flashbacks.
Oh yeah.
His girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. We never saw her in the flashbacks.
I didn't notice that at all.
They must not have been able to pay her enough to come back.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Well, what's I don't even remember what the previews for the next episode are.
Yeah, it was all kind of a blur because I was so upset about Tyrese dying. I think I saw a bear.
Oh no! I think that's wolves.
Okay.
Now here's the speculation. Now, if these wolf people, whatever, what if they actually have domesticated wolves?
Man, that'd be crazy.
Well,
that's
how we got dogs.
Yeah, no, I don't mean crazy like not possible to happen. I just mean like that's gonna be like off the chain. That's gonna be crazy. You know, it would be even better if they're zombie wolves, man.
That's a Frank Zappa song.
Is it really?
Yeah, zombie wolf. Well, obviously, I'm gonna do another like a full blown, spend 3 days trying to dissect it, and do the full review. So yeah, look for that coming up. I'm not gonna just try to kill myself to get it out by tomorrow night. I'm going to take a little bit extra time. But, so, join us again on Rockula Retrospective. I'm Rockula.
I'm Meat Pie.
And hope to see you for the next full review of The Walking Dead.